Welcome to the Recharge Podcast, where we discuss everything life behaviors, experiences, decisions, and outcomes. Join us every Wednesday for different topics of discussion in everyday living and how to be a better you. Now, here is your host, Daryl, a.k.a. Quiet One.
Welcome to the Recharge.
Yes. Welcome to the Recharge, where we talk about various topics we encounter in our daily living. We charge you to think, act, and decide how to be a better you. We talk, you listen, you decide. Hello, Christine.
Hello.
How you doing today?
I'm doing fabulous. How about you?
I'm doing great. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So check this out. If I told you right now, I have $1 million to give to you, you can't invest it or save it. You can only spend it. Describe for me your reaction.
I actually would be really excited about that. If I can't invest it or save it, then that actually takes the temptation of having buyer's remorse.
Right.
And you know me. Sometimes I struggle with purchases. It takes me a long time sometimes to make a decision. But if I have free game of spending, I'm good.
Right. Okay, so in the same way, now I'm telling you, you have 1 hour to spend that $1 million.
Oh my gosh, I have lots of work to do. That definitely will get my mind turning.
Okay.
So yeah, there will be a little bit of anxiety there, but I think I could do it.
Okay. So after you had spent the $1 million, how would you feel?
Probably deflated, like I do with my little monies right now after I spend it.
Right.
Because not having the money, of course, and not having to, invest and save. So yeah, I would definitely feel inflated.
Right. So yeah, so it'll probably, after you purchase all this stuff, like anything else, everything's new and everything's fresh.
Right, the thrill is gone.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And so now you're back to reality.
Yeah.
Right. So overall, you would say you felt, would you say you felt excited?
Oh yeah, for the most
joyful
part, yes,
and happy?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, okay.
Definitely.
So today, my co-host and I, we're going to discuss happiness. Happiness. Think about this. So before we discuss happiness, we're going to feature a business. And the business we're going to spotlight, or that we're going to be spotlighting right now, is Greatness Only. Greatness Only is described as a mindset. It's not just a brand, it's a lifestyle. Being great is the way of life. Greatness is in everyone, but not for everyone. Greatness Only believes that being great is all about making the effort to change your mindset. Their motto is, go be great. They have various clothing items such as hoodies, t-shirts, shorts, and other items. They look very nice. They all bear the tag and title GO, Greatness Only. And they also, with this business, they do a lot of community work, helping the community. And they also recognize the individual for their greatness. And that's different and unique, because a lot of times people are not recognized, but they do that. So no matter what you do, no matter who you are, no matter where you go be great. Check them out at their website. It's greatnessonly.com. It's one word, greatnessonly.com. And stay on go. So if you are an entrepreneur and you want to be featured on this podcast, please send me an email at quiet1.llc@gmail.com. That's quiet, QUIT .1 ONELLC@gmail.com. And now back to our topic of happiness. So it's said genetics play a role in happiness, right? Therapist Susan Zen of Susan Zen Therapy in Santa Monica, California says, your genes make up an estimated 40% of your ability to be happy. On the other hand, she says, on the other side of that is, she says, it doesn't mean that if you weren't born with certain genes, that you're destined to be unhappy. And, it's completely possible to be rewired or rewire our brains actually for happiness, because the other 60% of happiness comes down to lifestyle and other environmental factors. Mm. So, yet there's other scholars and therapists and psychologists who may differ in their findings on the research of the percentages about the genetic makeup on happiness. You have to check this out for yourself, verify for yourself, look it up. Even though there's some truth on the genetics of happiness, while we don't claim to be experts here on this podcast, however, we have discovered and learned what has helped us.
Yes.
So today our topic is about, and title is, Are You Happy?
Another great question.
Yes. Well, are you? If not, what causes your unhappiness? What causes, or what are some of the causes actually of unhappiness? Would it be how you are looking, your physical appearance? Not happy with your relationships or friendships. Maybe you're not happy with your job. It's not what you thought it was going to be. Or, maybe, money becomes an issue, financial status, right? Wishing you were at a different place financially. And even, our wants and desires, watching someone else's life, have jealousy about what that other person's life is looking like. Mm-hmm. And, what they have. And then even hating them because, you're not happy, or hating someone else because they're happy and you're not.
Right. So
I always look for ways to improve in my life. And I found this book by a New York Times bestseller author, Tommy Newberry. It's called The 4-8 Principle. It models the Apostle Paul's challenge to us to seek out and dwell on the positives in our lives. So the author describes, how there will always be something, something for us to complain about.
It's true. It's easy to find.
Yep, easy to find. And he talks about this. He calls this stuff junk, right? Junk producing thoughts. Mm-hmm. And these are the things either you've heard or you said yourself. Things like this. He talks about things in the book. He says things like this. He says, like, I'm never going to be happy again.
That's just the way it is.
This probably won't work.
I don't have what it takes.
That always happens to me. I've heard that before.
I hate myself.
She or he doesn't love me anymore.
I could never do that.
That makes me sick.
I don't need this.
I can't. I've heard that one. That's a big one. I can't.
I know I've used that. It's never going to work out.
Let's see. He says, we can't agree on anything.
It isn't my fault.
I heard this one too. That's just my luck.
That's just who I am.
And here's another one. It's never going to be like that, like it used to be. I heard that at work a lot. It's not like it used to be.
Yeah, and here's another one. I'm not attractive to him or her anymore.
Yeah, see, there's some of the things that we said, we heard it.
We've thought about.
We thought about, yeah. So, those are good examples of what that is. But, Newberry says that negative thinking corrupts your brain and triggers harmful mental states such as anxiety, moodiness, depression, and irritability.
Which also, those emotions can affect your physical health.
Yes.
If they are constantly challenging us.
Unchecked.
Yes, unchecked.
Definitely unchecked. They can do damage to you.
Yep.
Inside and out.
Yes.
So God is positive to everything, but not doing the wrong thing. He's not positive to that. When you do the wrong thing, he's not positive to that. So if your thought brings about worry, fear, or even fatigue, think about that. If God is about doing the good things, about doing what's right and giving what's right and giving you good things, then those things like worry, fear, and fatigue, they can't be from God. That's from you. So, some of the things we've encountered about unhappy lives, right?
Well, I think for all of us, we can actually relate to this, the pandemic.
Yes, the pandemic.
We've had to think of new ways of how to live this life that we are just now starting to come out of.
Mm-hmm.
And we had to be creative in that. There was a lot of unhappiness, uncertainties, a lot of, having to adjust and not wanting to adjust.
Yep, I know.
Yeah, there was a lot of unhappiness.
Yep. And some things that we had to do, or that I saw myself doing, because, there's my moments I had to get out of that negative state of mind. I had to, watch some good positive movies, turn away from the news, because that was definitely a bad place.
Yeah.
In thinking. I remember also I created a happy hour for some of my colleagues that I went to a coaching class with. So we had a happy hour, played music
on Zoom.
Yeah, on Zoom, Yeah, and we shared those memories we had that we created, and also we shared new memories that some were having a baby, some were even getting married. So it was all cool.
Yeah, we also created just happiness and celebrating birthdays and our anniversaries too, because we would go out and do that. So we had to create our environment at the home.
Yep,
in our home. And celebrate those milestones.
For sure. So we know happiness is a choice. So you have to choose happiness. You can't just not think that you're going to just get happy on your own. You got to choose it, and you have to cultivate it. So how does one cultivate happiness? So to cultivate happiness, you would need to think positive, right?
Yes. Change your mindset, as go.
Yep.
Yes.
Go change your mindset. Yes. Mm-hmm. You got to practice gratitude. And, you in that process, probably got to nurture those good relationships, and live in the moment. Happiness is not, like I said, happiness is not just created in the pandemic, right? The pandemic, we had to be creative.
We're actually forced to have to.
Yeah, we had to force.
Deal with an unhappy situation.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's in our daily living, though, right?
Yeah, that should transfer. If anything, that's what it should have taught us.
Right. Yeah, taught us about our jobs, because we did our jobs. We had 100% telework. Right now, we're at home working. And so, we are on video conferences, whatnot. Mm-hmm. So, had to learn how to be happy with that, have gratitude in that. Our marriage.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Or, even relationships, having to be grateful for that. Couldn't see our loved ones, from afar, but we had to Zoom in, and have those video chats. We were going through difficult relationships also. Things happen where you have difficult relationships, and, you got
to choose happiness in spite of that.
Right. You have to choose happiness despite of that, or in spite of that.
Yes.
So let's talk further about your thoughts, right? The environment, and also your lifestyle.
All right. Which are the three things that you said that take up the 60%? Like, remember the stat
right? But that was the estimate of some, yeah. But it is
40% was genetics,
right?
And then the
based
other
on
60%,
yeah, based on Susan Zan.
Okay, yeah. So the thoughts and environment and lifestyle,
right?
Okay.
So on thoughts, so you have to let your mind work for you. Don't fight against yourself. Be present in your thoughts.
Yes. And
let's see, to choose the good thoughts. choose good thoughts. Like you can be also reading good books, listening to positive things.
In the reading part, I get it. Some people don't like to read. You have audio.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you do. Let's see, watching comedy shows.
Yes, which, we need to really appreciate our comedians because comedians are able to take tough situations and find the humor in them.
Right, yeah.
And to laugh about them.
Yep.
And so just spending time with your favorite comedian and laughing is also a great benefit.
Right. Here's a big one too to me. Thinking about and for your thoughts. Get rid of the toxic things like the news or social media.
Just for a time, right? You don't have to totally get rid of it, but just for a time, just so you can clear your thoughts.
Maybe watch 10, 15 minutes of it and then put it down and call it a day. Because sometimes the news cycle, it repeats its cycle anyway, right?
Yeah. Or you can, give it up for a day.
Yeah.
Social media.
Right.
Pick a time frame that you're comfortable with to get rid of it so you can clear your thoughts.
Right. That social media thing, it's huge. And when I say social media, because, looking for those likes, those loves or whatever,
right.
That can be a challenge. If you don't have your mind together, I guess, do that, put that in good taste or put that in good understanding about yourself.
Yeah.
Deal with yourself and know that, likes and loves, it's okay, but don't get all caught up in it.
Yeah. Which, with a little bit of confession here, that's the reason why I don't have social media, just for my own well-being,
right.
and I know myself. So I just keep that. I stay off of social media just for myself.
Okay, that's understandable. All right, environment. So you got to remove yourself from the environment where there's negativity happening. Choose an environment that brings you joy and peace. Right? Such as like you might go to the beach and you might choose the mountains,
right? Nature,
even a quiet room.
Yes, and even what you're creating in that space, in that room, in your home, set up the ambiance, do the candles, put your incense on, the lighting, everything.
Yep.
Create a happy place. For
sure. And with that creating a happy place, keep that area cleaned up,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's see, lifestyle even. Oh no. Yeah. Even with that environment, you want to play happy music.
I know music is very therapeutic. It will change your mood like right away.
Yes, it will change your mood right away. I choose music a lot. I even choose music like first thing sometimes in the morning after I've even read or even had a meditation. I'll choose some music that's very uplifting.
Yes.
To keep me moving. So lifestyle, right? Make an emotional investment in quality relationships. You got to invest in those relationships that are going to be helpful to you. You want to seek happy people.
Right. You definitely want to seek happy people and be in relationships where you can grow with people, you know, not just taking, but also giving. Right.
Yes. And also with that, say lifestyles, sharing the success of others, show genuine interest in others' achievement.
Yes.
And, you talked about this too, eating healthy.
Yeah, that's a lifestyle. Eating healthy.
Eating healthy, yes.
Healthy living.
Yep, healthy living. Yep. Tapping into the arts.
Yeah.
Trying something new.
Exactly.
I got this from my son. My son talked about this. He talked about this in one of his shares on social media. He talked about, do something different. It gives you a different mindset and changes your attitude about what you're doing.
And then you appreciate, in his words, other people's grind.
Right.
Yes. So trying something new.
Oh, even you can sign up for a league, maybe a bowling league.
Volleyball.
Yeah. Some type of intramural sports.
Right. Basketball.
Yeah. This is a good one too. Get you out of yourself. Do volunteer work. Volunteer at a hospital.
Yeah.
I remember you volunteered at the VA.
Yes.
For a time at the VA hospital.
Yes. I
help out vets.
Yes.
So volunteer your time. Go to a soup kitchen, maybe things like that. You can do some things like take an art class or a cooking class. Mm-hmm. Those kind of things will bring you joy. If you love food, right?
I do.
It's going to bring you some joy.
But no, that's probably not good.
Well, no, it's okay.
As a cooking class,
bring joy, but have a balance, right? Bring a balance to yourself.
Yes.
And even expanding your social network. You know, when you meeting somebody, you might meet a future partner.
You never know.
On your social network, like going to now, because the pandemic is now kind of uplifted. Well, not uplifted, but we're changing our habits as we're going out for social gatherings. We're out and about, so who knows? Going somewhere and meeting up, you might meet someone new.
Yeah, new business venture.
Yeah,
you never know who you're going to meet. Just put your fears aside and try something new.
That's right.
Live your life. That's why we're here.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Live your life. So now,
it's time for Call to Action. This is where you decide on the takeaways from the message.
Yes. CTA, Call to Action. What are you going to take away from the message? The real question is, are you happy? We talked about 3 takeaways that can be helpful to creating your happiness. If the pandemic has taught us anything, our well-being was being challenged. It forced us to take our gratitude to a deeper level. And we had to find new ways of creating happiness. So, are you happy? You have a choice. And we hope you choose happiness. You may not feel happy initially when choosing or making that choice, but with time and practice, your feelings will catch up. And we hope this topic has inspired you to discuss, study, or even explore more ways to creating happiness for yourself. Like always, we hope you take this podcast message further by sharing it with others. And if you like what you hear, please click on the subscribe button to stay connected and receive up-to-date episodes. So until next time, stay charged up
and stay in peace.
You've been listening to the Recharge Podcast. Be sure to subscribe on iTunes or YouTube to get new, fresh weekly episodes. For more, please follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, or visit our website at therecharge.net. Until next time, we talk, you listen, you decide.